Hi friends, it is time for math. Good news for you. This is the second time I've done this lesson because the first time I did it, the volume didn't work. So hopefully it'll be super great this time. So we're going to go ahead and talk about 3D shapes again. Remember, 3D shapes are those shapes that we can grab with our hands. They're not flat, they're fat. So we're going to talk about all these 3D shapes today, and then we'll do our little poem that we have that talks about them. Okay? So we're going to talk about this one first. And this 3D shape is called any guesses? Sphere. You're right. And you guys found spheres the other day. You found spheres was it Thursday of last week? And when you found those spheres, a lot of you sent me pictures of what? You sent me pictures of balls, didn't you? Because that's what a sphere looks like. It looks like a bouncy ball. What are some other things that might look like spheres? An orange. Yep, an orange would work. What else? You know what? I just planted some seeds the other day, and some of the seeds, they were called jelly bean tomatoes, which I thought was a silly name, but some of those were little round balls. So they would have been spheres as well. What else could be a sphere? Look around your room that you're sitting in, and do you see any spheres? A balloon. A balloon could be a sphere. What else could be a sphere? A beach ball. Yep. So there's lots of different choices that could be spheres. If you name some, super great. So we'll look at our next 3D shape, and that is a cylinder. What do you guys notice about the cylinder? It looks like a can. It looks like a can of soda or maybe a can of green beans. It also looks like the body of a crayon. Look, the crayon is a cylinder. Maybe a pencil. This bottle here, it is a sphere. Our caterpillars containers that they live in are not a sphere. I told you the wrong thing. Is a cylinder. A marker container would be a cylinder. What else could be a cylinder? A telescope. A telescope would be one. Oh, look around your room. Do you see any cylinders? I see one. I see my mop handle. The handle of my mop is a cylinder. Do you guys see any other cylinders? Good job. Okay, we're going to talk about the next 3D shape, and it is a cone. What does a cone look like to you? A party hat. It does look like a party hat. And you know what it looks like to me? An ice cream cone. So a cone can be like a party hat or an ice cream cone or a traffic cone. You know, sometimes when you're driving and you see those big orange cones on the side of the road, it might be like that. What else could be a cone? How about the tip of the crown, the part of the crown that you ride with? It could be a cone. So we know that this is a cone. So far we have a cone, a cylinder, and a sphere. We have a sphere, a cylinder, and a cone. So let's name them. You name them. Ready? Cylinder, cone, sphere. Good job. So we have the cylinder, cone, and sphere, and now we have a rectangular prism. What do we know about a rectangular prism? What could be a rectangular prism? does look a lot like a building. So a building might be a rectangular prism. What else could be a rectangular prism? You can't see it, but the legs to my coffee table, they are a rectangular prism. What else could be a rectangular prism? Look around your house, the room that you're sitting in. And do you see any rectangular prisms? I see lots in my living room. I see a bookshelf and a lantern, and I even have a lamp that is a rectangular prism. I hope you were able to find some things that were rectangular prisms. This is a cube. And we know that a cube is like a dice, or maybe a present, or what else could be a cube? Maybe like a cube of ice, or a crate, or a box, or a basket could be a rectangle or a cube. So we have, this is a cube, this is a rectangular prism, this is a cylinder, this is a sphere, and then this is a cone. I'm going to point to a shape and I want you to name it. Ready? If you said rectangular prism, you are great. If you said cone, you are right. If you said cylinder, you are right. If you said sphere, you are right. And cube. We're going to go ahead and do our 3D poem. So I'll show you each shape as I read the part of the poem. 3D shapes are fat, not flat. A cone is like a party hat. A sphere is like a bouncy ball. A prism is a tall building. A cylinder is a can of pop. A cube is like dice that you drop. 3D shapes are here and there. 3D shapes are everywhere. And they are everywhere. Today your challenge is to go find me some 3D shapes that are a cylinder. You'll send me some pictures of some 3D shapes that are cylinders. Tomorrow we'll have a video about 3D shapes, and we're going to talk about which shapes roll and which shapes stack. But for tonight, I want you to go find cylinders. Ready, set, go. Great job.